Well, it's the day after. Sun is trying to peek through, but as you can see, it has been raining. Will it stay off? Will I be able to fire up the propane furnace? If I have, I've still got to finish the crucible. So last night I left off where I'd welded the bottom on. Clean up the welds because I do want to make a double bottom. Then, ooh, bang, got this piece of steel here. I've got plenty to play with. I was going to leave just a little all the way around. I can put a nice fillet weld round there. And that got me thinking, you know, how long's it going to last? I've had some comments on my last video. You know, he uses a fire extinguishers, but he only takes 2 burns out of them. That's it. And I'm thinking, well, the heat is going to play on one spot. So I thought, I'll weld another piece on that one spot there, just to take the heat off. I spread the heat. And I thought, well, tell you what, I've got another one here. Why don't I cut down and make it like an angle iron, and I can put it across there, and I can have the position it in the furnace so the heat's hitting the corner, which is going to spread it like that. So then that's my thought. So I think that's what I'm going to do. Ralph Murek commented this morning, and I had already thought of it. If I would use a square tube, I can use a corner for pouring. And I believe Stevie SR8, he uses one. Right, I'm thinking, well, tell you what, let's facilitate, ease of facilitation, and we'll put a little bit of a plate on the bottom, a gusset with a hole in, so I can put a hook through and tip it up. I'll put 2 holes through either side. I have a choice, holes or lugs. You know, I got anything at hand? No, I'm sure you get the gist. If I put 2 holes in, I could put a rod in with an L on, hook it through either side on a handle. And then I've got a hook here. I can hold it with that handle and tip it with that handle. Sounds a plan. So, cut that out, drill that, weld that on, drill the holes. Boom, ready for rolling. So we've got a little setup. We're using the V block, and we're going to cut on the radius. Spokes are going to go that way, so I've put a bit of back in there. It'll bounce off there, go on there. I know you all like to see some spokes, so I'll put you up on there. The thing is about this box section, you can look at look there, there's a weld and the steel, the flat steel. The flat steel goes along and it goes through formers, bend it and bend it and bend it over till it comes as a tube, square tube, and then a robot welds it. Here I do electric resisted welding, electrical resisted welding. So that's under tension, or can be. I've done it in the past, cut box section open, and when it gets to the end it goes bing, but it closes in, probably even worse, and traps the blade. So we've got about an inch left to cut. I just have to be a bit careful, and I'll film it so you can see it. I've got a fly buzzing around. Keep your mouth shut and it might go in. I'll be able to see there, but it's actually closed together. So I've got to go through it all again. So we got the earmuffs and we got the face shield. We kind of got some eye protection on as well. Got the fan going, you could probably hear that in the background, so I won't bother with a mask. If it gets too much, I'll put one on. Safety thirds, remember folks. Right, I think you can see there, I have gone all the way through. Yep, but I've had to cut it twice because it's closing, the tensions, inherent stresses made it close together. So I've had to cut some out, which has relieved some of that stress. Which means when I cut this side, it should be plain sailing. Rinse and repeat. I'm going to put a fresh one on though. Now, not sure I can catch that. There we go. Magic smoke. Oh dear. That's goosed. I just stopped. I thought I'd point this out to you. You might have noticed when I was cutting the last one that what I was doing was going along, coming back, going along, coming back. I wasn't cutting like this, going along. The reason for that, it might be pretty obvious, is this one's splitting apart, the other side was closing together. So if I'd have gone like that, it could have trapped the blade with, I don't know, strange consequences. So We're down to the last inch again on this side. Just to show you, we have done that side. The magnet's just to stop it rotating that way, so it wants to pull that this way. The magnet just stops that. Right, go on. I will film this last little bit for you. See what happens. Moves quite fast for an old man. Right. Got to clean them up. Nasty, nasty sharp burrs like razor blades. So that is gonna go on the corner like that, and that will, the heat's hitting here, help to spread the heat round. That's my plan. Best remember to switch my lid on this time. Of course, to put my hat on. Don't want to get my hair burnt, do I? Let's get at it. I know what you're going to say. You're going to say, oh, hang on, 5 minutes ago you was wearing that grey glove on your right hand. Well, it's a magic glove, see? It goes on either hand. Magic. Voila! Let's go all the way around. Yeah, we shove that up there because that's the side that's been well prepped. There we go. Might work, might not work. What I've lost but a bit of time in the shed. I know Ralph Murick was concerned about putting a false bottom on and trapping air in. I don't think that's going to be an issue. I'll put a couple of tacks, a couple of wells up here, and I will leave that open so that any hot air can escape. I think we're just being overcautious there. But Get some sticks, get some welds on it. Better get my grinder out, clean these welds up. That one's okay. And that one, I'm going a bit too fast there. Right. So, 2 holes to put the hooks in. Which way are we going to tip? We've got that there. Got a bit of gravity on that side, haven't we? So we tip. That's going to help. Whereas on that side, we've got to, we tip on that side. That's the pouring spout. So I'm not going to use this, but my hole I'll put here. You see that? Put my hole here, and I can put a hook through it, lift it up. But that hole is going to be a piece of this. I'll make a gusset, weld that on. Job's a good one. 3 holes and shape a piece of steel. I'll be back. So I have used my crappy square again to mark out a gusset. I'll centre pop it and then I'll go up in size in drills with the Aldi 40 volt drill I got for like £20. I do have a pillar drill there. I'll say, if I move my lid you might be able to see it, but there's not much chance of getting to that today, is there? So will make me life hard. I see trials and tribulations of being a, dare I say it, a hoarder, a collector of things that might come in handy someday. Let's get an hole in there and then cut it off. There. Why not? Put the magic glove on again. Well, that's a bit blunt. So they're very hard steel. Oh, that drill bit's blunt. Let's dig out some drill bits. Where would I look for a drill bit in here? See in about an hour and a half. Well, those were safety specs. I did find a drill bit, but it wouldn't go in my chuck, so I ended up using a hole saw set that View of You was kindly enough to send to me when I was making that pig money box. So we've done it. We've managed to go a bit that side, turn it over, go a bit that side, turn it over, and we've got through. Just taking it slow, nice and easy. That's Tina Turner, nice and easy. Big wheels keep on turning. Right. Okay. Cut. Well done. Hey, hey, hey. Yeah, it's playing about, isn't it? Having fun in the shed. Make sure it's switched on. Totally overkill, I know, but it's practice. Because a welder, I ain't. Oh, don't look, don't look. So I've ground a flat on the corner, I've centre punched it, and I've put a centre drill in my chuck. Because it's what I had at hand. Now then, strangely enough, now this drill bit, which wouldn't drill through that, easily drills through this. I'm allergic with the step drill. Have we got a big hole? Got one on that side. One, two, three, four. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. And always got to be a slight bevel on that because I've used a step drill, but I can always get a round file and just neaten it up. Anyway, that's it. What happens now is we get some round bar. This is a gate hook, right? And for example, get a round bar. So we get two, well we'll make something. Let's go a hook, we'll go through there, or I'll kind of make it spring loaded so they're coming from this side. They can't come out. But the idea is, got that, which is, it's not going all the way through. You've got to use your imagination here. It's just an L shape, or two of them, and then so that's full of molten aluminium, and then I'll put one in there like that, and I can dip it. Next step, that's the next step. Alright, so I work in a place that deals in a lot of steel, you know, steel fabrication factory. And some of the steel that comes in is bound together with this malleable 6mm, 8mm soft iron. Put it round and they twist it together. I bring it home and I untwist it and give me a rod. I've bent one end over, and I'm sure there's better ways of bending it over than I'm going to do, but if it works, it works. And basically, I've got my V block. I'm going to eyeball it. The difficulty is making sure that this end stays vertical, perpendicular to this end, and that I don't know how to do. I'll just have to hold it, and all I'm going to do is guess about there, and I can always cut a bit off the end. Bend it over. Already you can see that end is not to that end. Put it nice. Why's my life always hard? I don't know if you can't see that, but it's just, if that one's at 12 o'clock, that one's at 1 o'clock. So I suppose it's better see if I can put it in there and twist it round, or hammer it round. Hammer it round. It's already round. Hammer it over. Ian, who do you think were trying to twist steel? Anyway, the next step is measure from there to there, find the middle and bend it into a U. Alright, I've gone and found a piece of burr stock. 1.5 inches, 1 3/4. Or should I say, oh, it's 40. It's 45mm diameter. We'll stick that in here. Tighten it up. All that like. And if I bend it that way, the hooks will point to the inside. So if I've got to bend it that way, I've got to bend it that way. I've made a mark. It's what did I say it was? It's 15.5 inches to the middle. So if I'm going to put that on there, this is not going to work, this is it. This is not going to work. And yeah, it will. Bend that round, like that. And then you can see my problem. Right, there we go. And that's pointing a different way. Which means I can then put that in there. Right, lift it up. That's got to be straight. I have to straighten that. I can't have it. I can't have it like that. How do I straighten it? I don't know. Hammer it. Hammer it. Hey, that worked. You can see where we're coming from now. And there's a spring to it. So once I've got my molten aluminium, I can grip that, put it in, and now I can lift it up. Those are long enough, it ain't gonna come out. Then I can take me, I use this as a poker actually in my fire. So I do that, and then I can put that through that hole, and I can pour. We've got a problem. Whoa, we've got a problem. We can't pour. We can pour, but ideally there needs to be a dog leg in here, doesn't it? It needs to go, it needs to have a bend in it. Oh, I'm over engineering it if I put a bend in it. Maybe in the future. It's all going to come out doing that. Well, really, see that there? It's catching. So that's the amount of, it needs to go up and that way. I'm over engineering it. Right, there we go. There we go, folks. I know it's a long video, hoping it's keeping you entertained. One over-engineered aluminium steel melting crucible. We'll see if it works. Next video. Thanks for watching. Do I make it look pretty? Should I paint it? Duh, and if you paint it, all the paint will burn off. See you lot soon. Well, it worked, but what I found out was the length of that meant it could go to that bend all the way to there, which meant that one could come out. So what I've done is weld a nut on, so it can only go in that hole so far, which means that can't come out. And then I found out that when I bent it up, lifted it up, the angle of the bend, I want to turn it around and do it that way, was that, and it stopped, which meant I have to lift the back end up to make it pour. So what I did, I've kind of put a dog leg in it, you can see, so it's not just a straight bend, which means now I can bend it further, and actually I could press that down and put more of a bend on, which means, what it means is, what that means is, I pick it up and I tilt it, it was stopping there, which meant I have to pick that end up higher for it to pour out. With the bending there, and I'll pronounce that bend further. It allows me to tilt it further without lifting the back end up higher. I hope that makes sense to you. You'll know when I do it.